W ostatniej części serii filmów o Russellu Williamsie przyjrzymy się jego zeznaniom w sprawie morderstwa Marie-France Comeau, 37-letniej kapral w kanadyjskiej armii. Williams i Comeau spotkali się ze sobą jeden raz podczas służbowego lotu wojskowym samolotem we wrześniu 2009 roku. W trakcie ich wspólnej rozmowy Comeau zdradziła Williamsowi, iż mieszka sama. Jak się później okazało, przekazanie Williamsowi tej informacji było tragiczne w skutkach.
So Marie-France, when did it first occur to you to go to her house?
Well, probably in October, November, not quite sure, but somewhere in that time frame.
And do you remember why you thought to do that?
Well, she had said she lived alone the one time I met her.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to understand, like, why her versus, the dozens of other women you probably come across on a daily basis.
I don't know. I went out there when she wasn't home just to see where she lived. And
when did you do that?
a couple of nights before.
How did you know her address?
I was on the roll for the base.
Okay. So when you go out there a couple of nights before, do you remember what night that was when you were there first time?
I don't, but it was within 2 or 3 nights, I think.
Okay.
Probably, well, no more than 4 anyway, something like that.
And did you actually go into her house on that occasion, or did you? Okay. So what happened that night? How'd you get into her house?
This window on the side of the basement, side window.
Okay. And just to back step a bit, how did you get to her house that first night you went there?
I drove.
What did you drive?
I think I drove my truck.
Okay.
Finder.
Do you remember where you parked it?
Yep, I parked it. There's a bit of a division in the residential areas there. I parked it on another side, 600-700 meters away.
Okay. So not on her street, on a different street? Do you remember what street you parked on?
No, but it's actually might be the same street, but there's an interruption in the street where there's a construction zone. So there's a pathway in between. So I think it's probably the same street.
Okay. So you go to her house, and when you went there that night, did you know that she was away?
I'm not sure if I knew entirely, but I think I thought she was away.
Okay. Is that based on her schedule, or how would you know that?
Well, because I fly with the squadron, I have access to the schedule, and
Okay.
it's a slightly different schedule she has, but that's probably how I know.
You don't know for sure?
I think that's probably how I know.
Okay. So you go to her house,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you do that night, the first night?
I looked around and make sure that she was living there alone.
And I'm sorry, did you say, I can't remember if you said, how did you get in?
Same way. Side basement window.
Side basement window? Okay. Do you remember what kind of window it is? Like what made it...
Well, I just noticed it was, the flashlight, I could see that it was not locked. It had been opened slightly. the screen, slid it open, went in.
Okay. So you go in and you're in her house, figuring out she lives alone, and do you do anything that night?
Yeah, I was playing with her underwear.
You mean playing with her underwear?
Wearing it.
Okay. Doing anything else?
No, I didn't touch her stuff.
What do you mean you didn't touch her stuff? I mean, you touched her underwear, but...
Yeah.
So,
But nothing else.
okay. Did you take any of the underwear with you that night?
Yeah, a few pieces.
And where did you find the underwear when you went in?
Her drawer.
Was it clean? Was it used? Or,
Clean.
anything else you can remember doing that evening that you...
No.
All right.
W toku śledztwa okazało się, że pierwsza wizyta Williamsa w domu Comeau trwała ponad godzinę. W tym czasie Williams zrobił sobie 18 zdjęć w bieliźnie Comeau. Ponadto nie tylko zabrał on z jej domu kilka sztuk bielizny, lecz także zostawił na jej miejscu erotyczną zabawkę. Po powrocie do domu Marie-France spostrzegła, że ktoś szperał w jej osobistych rzeczach. Oskarżyła o to swojego chłopaka, który jednak zdecydowanie zaprzeczał, jakoby miał dopuścić się takiego czynu. Incydent ten nie został wówczas zgłoszony na policję, podobnie jak kilkanaście lub nawet kilkadziesiąt innych tego typu włamań dokonanych przez Williamsa na przestrzeni 3 lat w różnych domach w Tweed, mieście, w którym mieszkał.
So, after that first visit, did you return again before meeting up with her?
No.
Okay. So, which day did you go to her house when she was there?
Well, the night before I went to Ottawa, so I think that was Monday night.
All right. So let's walk through that. What time do you think you got there?
About 11 or so, probably. 10:30, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was on the phone in her room. I could hear that from the backyard. I got in through the side window.
The same basement window?
Mm-hmm.
How could you hear from the backyard? What was...
Just hear her on the phone. From beside the house. Could hear her through the walls that she was on the phone.
Okay. Any idea who she was talking to or what she was talking about?
No, couldn't hear that well.
Okay. So you go in through the basement window. And what are you wearing when this is happening?
Sweatshirt and Dockers, I guess. And the 2 pieces on my head.
Okay. And where are those 2 pieces now? Pieces that you wore on the head?
They're probably in my bag, in my luggage bag in Edison, the bedroom.
What does your luggage bag look like?
It's a blue duffel bag type thing. It's right beside the bed.
Okay. Is it the only blue duffel bag in your bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
And these pieces, what do they look like again?
It's a blue headband.
Okay.
Standard blue, winter headband. And black skull cap type thing.
Okay. Any insignias or anything on them?
Yeah, there are, but I don't know what they are. The blue headband has something stitched, a name of some sort stitched on it. And the skull cap has some sort of emblem on, white emblem on the black. Don't know what it is.
Are they like sports emblems or company emblems or?
It's the manufacturer's.
Okay. Anything else in that blue duffel bag?
I don't think so.
Is it full of things other than?
Just my clothes.
Okay. So you go in. Do you remember what you had on your feet?
In the house there?
When you went to Marie-France's house?
No, I don't. Probably running shoes. There wasn't snow on the ground.
So you go in and you're in the basement. And whereabouts in the basement are you?
By the furnace.
Okay. And what are you doing? What's your sort of plan at that point?
I was waiting for her to go to bed.
Okay. And how long did that take?
Well, she didn't. Because then she came down looking for the cat.
All right. And what happens next?
Well, as I described, I subdued her. Gave her the flashlight. But essentially, wrestled her to the ground and tied her up.
Okay. And what did you use to tie her up?
Same rope, green rope. It's in tweed.
Is it just green or like how long is this piece of rope?
It's probably 20 feet. It's a boat rope. It's got some red specks in it, I think.
Okay. Is there lots of ropes in Tweed, or is this probably the only rope?
No, this there are two lengths.
2 lengths of the same green rope? And were they both used?
Well, I only ever had one with me, so I don't know if I used the same piece both times or not, but only 2 lengths of rope.
Okay. So you tie her up. How did you tie her up after you subdued her? Okay. And what is she wearing at that point?
She wasn't wearing anything to start with.
So when she came down to the basement, she had no clothes on?
Mm-hmm. She had some sort of a shawl over her shoulder,
Okay.
which she immediately dropped when she saw me.
Did she say anything when she saw you?
She did. She called out, "You bastard."
Okay. And then what happened?
Then I subdued her as I described.
By hitting her with that red flashlight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although they were more glancing blows. Cut her skin, but weren't doing much else.
Okay.
She fell over and then I subdued her. She tripped.
How did you tie her at that point? Like, I know you used the rope, but what did you tie her up like?
Just told her to pulled her hands behind her back and just tied her wrists together.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
Then I took her upstairs.
Did she go upstairs under her own power, or did you carry her?
No, she passed out on the stairs, and then I carried her up.
Why do you think she passed out?
I expect from the hits to her head.
So you carried her up to where?
To her bedroom, put her on the bed.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, as I described, I think she's on the bed. I I raped her over a period of time.
And again, just to be specific, what sex acts took place?
Just vaginal.
Your penis in her vagina?
Yeah.
Any condom used?
No.
Did you ejaculate?
No.
Did you ejaculate at any point with her?
No.
Okay. So getting back to Marie-France, it's just straight vaginal sex, no condom, no ejaculation. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How long does that go for? Like, how long were you engaged in that activity?
Well, hour and a half, 2 hours, I guess.
Okay. And then what happens next?
Well, as I described, I suffocated her using duct tape.
Why did you decide to do that?
Well, again, because of the pictures. As I described to you, it would have, it was going to be a pretty straight line back to Tweed.
Okay. But why did you decide to use that method versus something else?
I had thought about strangling her earlier. That's on the video.
What is?
My, well, it was a short-lived attempt because she struggled quite a bit. And then I decided that I needed to suffocate her.
So it was a short-lived attempt at strangling her? And what's on the video, the suffocation or the strangling?
Well, just me putting my hand on her throat. And then her responding, you know, no surprise, very aggressively.
Okay. Any videos of the suffocation part or pictures of that? Now, you mentioned that you brought the rope with you. Where did the duct tape come from?
I brought it.
Okay. And what did you do with it afterwards?
I think it stayed in Tweed.
What color of duct tape are we talking about? I know it comes in a variety of colors, but
Gray.
great. So before the suffocation, obviously, how long do you think you were with her from the point, well, how long do you think you were in that house from the point you went in that window to the point you left?
Probably 4 hours.
Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong, did you say you got there at 11? Or around 11?
I think that's right.
Okay. So you maybe left around 3 in the morning?
Well, I was in the basement for quite a while before she came down. And she wasn't going to bed. So I was probably in the basement for 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
So by the time she saw me, it was probably closer to midnight.
All right.
But I didn't have a watch on, so I'm not sure.
Any gloves?
I don't think so.
Did you wear gloves with Jessica?
Only to get in the house. It was a very cold night.
And what about the two women in Tweed?
No gloves.
So while you're with Marie-France, what kind of conversations are taking place? Anything she said to you stick out in your mind?
No, then I taped her mouth. There's no conversation.
Okay. When did you tape her mouth?
As soon as I got her up to the bedroom,
Why did you decide to do that?
because she was quite aggressive.
In what way?
I was confident she would have screamed, given the chance.
What way
But
was
she did initially,
Did she?
in the basement.
So in what way was she aggressive?
Well, just in, when she discovered me, she was very vocal, screamed quite a bit, until I'd subdued her, so I expected she would scream again, given the chance.
Okay.
Analizując nagranie z przebiegu zbrodni, które Williams zarejestrował swoją kamerą, okazało się, że Comeau wielokrotnie błagała go o litość, mówiąc, iż nie zasłużyła na to, by umrzeć. W swoich ostatnich chwilach, gdy Williams zakleił jej nos taśmą, prosiła go, by miał serce. Jej błagania nie zostały niestety spełnione.
Do you remember how you left her residence?
Back door. Patio door.
Okay. Did you take anything with her that night?
Some of her underwear.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Did you do anything else to try and cover your tracks with Marie-France?
Well, I had turned off my BlackBerry before I left Trenton. Other than that, no.
Do you remember trying to destroy any kind of evidence there, or anything that you thought may have produced evidence or anything?
Oh, I took her sheets off the bed and ran them through the laundry.
Okay. Like the laundry where?
In her house.
Okay. Did you run them completely through? Did you wait for it to finish, or?
No, I just put them in and put a whole bunch of bleach in and let it go.
Okay.
Po dokonaniu morderstwa Williams zostawił ciało Comeau na łóżku i przykrył je kołdrą. Zabrał ze sobą nieco jej bielizny i opuścił mieszkanie tylnymi drzwiami, które pozostawił za sobą otwarte. Ciało Marie-France odkrył jej chłopak kolejnego wieczora, po tym jak udał się do jej mieszkania z powodu jej nieobecności na umówionej wcześniej wspólnej kolacji.
So the night you went to her house and got there at 11, you came from where? Like you said, you left Trenton. You
Yeah.
turned off your BlackBerry. You talking about the base, or are you talking about where did you leave to go to her house?
Well, no, I just turned off my BlackBerry before I left the Trenton area. I would have left from the base after work.
All right. What time do you think you turned your BlackBerry off?
Well, it's only a half-hour drive to Brighton, so probably in the 9:30 range.
Do you remember what time you would have turned it back on?
And I was back on the 401 heading to Ottawa the next morning.
What time would that have been?
So 6 plus or minus 30 minutes.
Okay. So you leave her house 3-ish.
No, I think it was later than that. So the 4 hours obviously was. I think I went in about 11. Was in the basement for quite a while. Probably left her house closer to 4:30, somewhere there.
Okay. And where do you go?
I drove to Ottawa.
Straight to Ottawa?
Yeah.
Did you go by your house in Tweed or anything, or did you just go straight?
No.
Remember what route you took?
Yeah. 401.
Let me ask you this: if this didn't come to the point it's at right now, if for whatever reason you didn't end up on our radar, so to speak, do you think it would have happened again?
I was hoping not, but I can't answer the question.
Williamsa uznano za winnego wszystkich zarzucanych mu czynów. 22 października 2010 roku został skazany na dożywocie z możliwością ubiegania się o zwolnienie warunkowe po 25 latach pobytu w więzieniu. Ponadto został on wyrzucony z kanadyjskiej armii, odebrano mu odznaczenia, jego mundur spalono, a wszystkie przyznane mu medale zostały pocięte na kawałki tak, aby wszelki ślad po jego wojskowej przeszłości na stale zaginął.